Hey, what's going on guys, it's FJM Gaming and welcome back to another Naruto Gaiden manga chapter review. Now today I'll be reviewing chapter 6 titled An Unevolved. So it starts off with the battle between Sasuke and the new Shin or official Shin Uchiha. I think the little ones are actually clones. This gets said later on, but I thought I'd just say at the start. How else would I refer to him? Danzo 2.0? We don't know. Anyway, it's a battle and Sasuke is just doing all these crazy tricks with his sword. He's heavily reliant on the sword, just like dodging everything. And then Shin just goes up to him and it looks like he puts a seal or a mark on his sword. There's a seal or a mark on his hand and then he puts it on his sword. Now at the time we didn't think much of it, we didn't think it did anything. But later on it comes back into play. So Shin marks the sword and then one of the clones comes out to attack Sasuke because Shin's grabbed Sasuke, so he's immobilized. So what Sasuke does is he uses his Rinnegan, which is the first time we've seen him use it in a while, in 6 chapters or so. And he uses his Rinnegan to switch places with the clone, so that way he can cast a fireball in the reverse direction to kind of attack them both. However, older Shin uses the clone to switch places so he can take the fireball hits, so that way he comes out unharmed. So he switches places, or like pulls him back in a sense, uses his Sharingan power to control him. It looks like this guy can control objects and people he's marked. That's what his Mangekyou Sharingan does, which is pretty nice, it's pretty cool. So he uses that and he forces the miniature clone into the fireball so he can take a hit and he can survive. So then there's just a bit of talking, you know, just trying to intimidate them, saying that he's reviving the Akatsuki, giving them a little bit of information to intimidate them and to show off some of his powers. That's what this chapter is mainly about, just to show off who this guy is. He says his name is Shin Uchiha. I referred to him earlier as Shin Uchiha. That's because I don't know what to refer to him as, Danzo 2.0 or something. Anyway, he is Shin Uchiha and it has the same name as the onion head kid who is also Shin Uchiha. Sarada notices this and she says that it's the same name, they must be father and son, you know, like Shin Jr. or whatever. But that doesn't explain why there's a lot of them. Because if there's father and son, he has like 7 identical children. That just doesn't work. It must all be clones. They must refer to him as father or something. Or maybe it's a past son or something, and they clones of him or something trying to get revenge. We don't know what's happening at the moment. So Sasuke and Naruto seem to be holding back. They're not using any of their amazing powers at the moment, like Susanoo or like any other transformations. They seem to be sitting there, they want the guy alive, and they're underestimating him at the moment. Then, out of nowhere, he uses his Mangekyou Sharingan, and the Mangekyou Sharingan just pierces Naruto in the stomach. That nobody expected this, they didn't know his power yet, so I understand that Naruto got hit. But still, Naruto should be a lot stronger than this. He should have been able to counteract it, you know, have a shadow clone on field or something. He just stood still and took it. And the sword sort of came out of Sasuke's hand, so that's because of Shin's mark on the sword. He put a mark on the sword and he can control it, so that's why the sword went into Naruto's direction and stabbed him right in the gut. Then Sasuke has a flashback just to remember what happened. He realizes that there's a mark and that this is his Mangekyou Sharingan. This is what he can do, this is his eye power. He can control weapons freely, and I think he can control more than weapons because he controlled Shin, his son or clone, whatever. He controlled him with this Mangekyou, so I think it's anything that he marks he can control. It's pretty strange and pretty cool at the same time, but I don't know if this power is upkeep with Naruto and Sasuke's power, because he says that he's a match for them, but I'm just like, all you can do is control stuff. Like, that's not a match for Naruto and Sasuke. But I mean, imagine if you like put one on Naruto and then put one on Sasuke and made them stab each other or something. I guess that could do, but we don't know. His power has not been completely revealed, so Sasuke is still bringing out that Rinnegan, and Sarada notices it. She's like, ah, that's amazing, my dad is so cool. And then Chowta's just like, I wish my dad was that cool. By the way, why doesn't Choji worry about that his daughters went missing? She's been missing for a while and she's in the middle of all of this. Like, he doesn't come out or anything. And Shin tries to throw some shurikens at Sarada, and then Sasuke takes a hit. Kind of a nice fatherly figure going on there. It's nice to see that he wants to protect Sarada, that he's not just like, oh, go away, I only had you to continue to achieve. It's not like that, you know, he actually cares for her in a way, even though he doesn't show it. It's kind of that inner emotional thing. A lot of people have it. So he doesn't show his emotions, but he has them. So he takes care of Sarada in his own way by taking the hit, even though he could have used Susanoo. So in this chapter, it showcased that Naruto and Sasuke aren't as good as they used to be. They seem to be, you know, becoming weaker, and that's great, because in Dragon Ball Z, Goku just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's why it had to end, and now it's like continuing. I don't know what they're gonna do, because halfway through the anime, Goku could destroy a planet. Right now, Naruto and Sasuke became near to gods by the end of Naruto, and now they're kind of going downhill, which is great. That means it can continue Boruto and Sarada's path. So I like that that's going on. It's not following the same path as Dragon Ball Z because they're becoming weaker rather than stronger, which is great. So then Sakura comes out and just like body slam, or rather punches the hell out of Shin, puts him into the ground, breaks his bones, destroys him completely, puts him in the ground, etc. Which was nice. It was nice that she finally came in. She's been running for a while. I didn't think we got that far away. So she got him, and then Naruto grabs the guy. They're gonna take him in to do some research on him, see what he can do, who he is, etc. He seems pretty knocked out, pretty hurt. Both of them do. One is burned, and one has just got his internal organs shattered by one move from Sakura. Sakura seems to be surpassing Tsunade. She becomes so much stronger. She took out a whole building with one punch. She took out this guy completely, just destroyed him. So then Sasuke says some things that I don't understand. He's like, no, it's my fault, and stuff like that. I think they're talking about Sarada and, you know, Sasuke being their dad. And I think what Sakura said earlier was like 100% accurate, that Sasuke was her husband. She said, like, what are you doing to my husband and darling daughter or whatever. So that verifies that they're married or some sort, and Sarada is their daughter. So hopefully we'll see that sometime soon, like maybe some flashbacks or something, but maybe it'll be clarified. We don't know. It looks like Naruto Gaiden will only continue up till chapter 10, but we're still not guaranteed that, because this news came from like a kind of a bad source. It just said that there's only going to be one volume because there's no number next to the volume issue in the next Shonen Jump magazine. So that doesn't really mean much. They could add a number 2 and number 1 later, but we don't know. So so far it looks like there's only one volume, and that's chapters 1 to 10. So then Shin, to escape, starts using his space-time jutsu, finally. I think it's this little Juby thing he's using it. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if he can use it or not, but it looks like he's using it, and he escapes. However, Sakura gets caught in the middle of it, and as always, he becomes the hostage. She gets caught, she gets taken with them, and there's all these Shin just like ready to destroy her, just like holding blades up to her and everything. So they notice that the other Shin's like nearly dead, he's burned completely, and that the bigger Shin, Danzo 2.0, is just like near death or something. He got internal bleeding, stuff, and needs medical attention. So since Sakura is a medical ninjutsu and the ninjutsu user, they use her to help heal them. So what he does is he takes the organs from his son and then wants to implant them into himself. And then Sakura's like, why would you want to do that to your own son? It's like, why would you care and stuff? And wow, this guy is just heartless. So he's been crowned the official worst father in Naruto, even worse than Sasuke. If he wants to take his own son's freaking organs, but we don't know if this is his son. It could be a clone. It's not entirely clear. So if it is a clone, then it wouldn't matter if he took his organs. It really wouldn't. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching my video. Peace out.